Generic greetings and welcome to Rentlord. Today's beverage is a nice and chilled yet very carbonated vanilla cola. So welcome to Rentlord. This is a combination matching real estate game. It's one of those games, it's certainly easier to show rather than describe. So let's just go to play here, and I'm going to go with landlord difficulty. That's default, and we'll click play. So the idea is that we have a certain target that is a very, very purpley pink background there. It does cycle through. You can go to settings and you can change the colour of it. I actually quite like that one there. Yes, so we've got this sort of retro computer look, and the idea is that throughout our working week, Monday to Friday, we will be collecting rent, and we do so by drawing that from obviously the portfolio of properties that we have. Every week, we're on week 1 of 10, by the way, and every week has a target revenue. So we have to make 5,000 generic units of currency for this week. If we go over to the estate manager here, we can see the properties available in white, and they have a amount of rent that they generate and how many times they do that, so their multiplier. So this potato farm, for example, 175 generic units of currency, and you get that once. And then what you do is start combining some of these plugins, and that gives you more stuff. So for example, when a farmland collects a rent, receive an additional 625. I found that the game is really based on obviously this combo system, and sometimes I've been pretty lucky, and some other times I've just, well, I felt like I've lost and there's nothing I can do about it, but we'll probably see that as we progress on. So yeah, I'm going to go for probably the farmer's hat. It's 2,500 generic units of currency, and then I'm going to pick up the potato farm and then the tomato patch. So we'll do that, and that's my slots maxed out. I do still have a little bit of money remaining, but I think that'll be fine. Let's go to collect rent, and then you can see we collect rent, and then that's the end of the day. So that was Monday. So with the amount of money that we're generating here, we should be fine for this week. We've already passed this week's amount, really, considering, you know, we have to get 500, so that's all fine. So I'm going to go ahead and get myself another slot and see about getting another farm, and double checking in here. There's nothing really of great note we're going to collect there. So we've already passed the target. You can pay early and cash out early, but we're not going to do that. I want to start build up my money. +1 multiplier to all currently owned houses. Well, we don't own any houses, but what I'm going to do is get another farm. Yeah, we're going to go all in on farms on this run. I've done runs where I've focused on farms. I've done some mixed ones. I've done focused. The furthest I've got in the game. I haven't yet won a game, but I've only got about maybe 3/4 of an hour played on it. But yes, the whole idea is that you can like mix and match your combos, and I think the most profitable one I had was, ooh, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's an extra 1 multiplier for all currently owned stuff. Yeah, so there we go. So we're going to collect, and that's going to be good money. Yeah, the most powerful one I had was I just had a full set of just houses, and I think a couple of apartments, and it might have been a castle, but I can't exactly recall. But one of the plugins that I had was to do with every time you collect from specifically a house, the rent goes up by a certain percentage. So I had like a huge row of houses. Every time I collected, the money was just going up and up and up and up. It was pretty handy. Anyway, you can see some of them are a lot more expensive than others. So the Uptown, that's 40,000. That's 46. That's 49. Let me just go to collect here. So looks like we're doing pretty well. Okay, we're going to be past this one in short order. And at the start of each round, a random apartment gets a multiplier of 10. Okay, that's good, but it's also a lot more expensive. Yeah, I just can't afford it. You need 50,000, and well, I had about 16,000 at the time. So there you go. It'd be nice if the plugins would like just stay open. Or actually, you probably can just keep it open and put it there. So I'll just go collect rent. Although to be fair, you can't then see anything over here. That's cycled through there. Let's just bring it back. Hang on, come on, can I, is that permanently stuck there now? Is it? Maybe if I close it, and there we go. For each residential property, doesn't matter. I can stop reading there. We don't do residential. There is a Dragon's Bite. That is a commercial restaurant. Okay, fair enough. Anyway, we've already passed the goal required for this week, so that's pretty handy. Gonna double check the plugins again. Vacant. Oh, each time a vacant property collects rent, gain an additional 500, and the farms are, I believe, vacant. Let's have a quick look. Vacant and farmland, yes. So we're going to get a decent amount of extra cash here, so that's all good. And we've passed on to week 3 of 10. What have we got in the plugins here? Nothing really. And is there anything I can buy? Yeah, I think we're going to get another farm. I would just like to say doubling down on the whole farm thing. But every time we buy a property slot, it goes up, so it's now 5,000 generic units of currency to do that. But there's another farm popped up, an apple farm this time, and sunflower field. I'm going to go with the apple farm. Actually, I should have checked these other ones here. That's a leek field. That would have been better for us, so I'm going to get rid of Raspberry Grove, and I'm going to pick up that one there. Okay. +1 to all currently owned properties, but that's when I'm guessing when I purchased them. Alright, okay. What about this one? 159, 144, 130 odd. Let's just do that. Okay, collect. And see if we get any good combos. Oh, it must be okay because we've already passed the goal and it's only Wednesday, so that's fine. After every round, all owned properties gain 1% rent. Yes, we're picking that right up. Okay, so obviously the earlier you get that, the better. So, yeah, that's fine. We have shop collecting rent. If the number of your properties are even, then receive 500. They currently are, but I think I just want to save my money. Buy another property slot actually. And there's an Orange Grove. We've also got Wolfsbane Grove over there. 14,000 for 14,400, and I've got 4-1. Okay, it looks like I'm getting the Orange Grove, and then once again collecting the rent. On the right hand side there's some more buttons that we haven't really discussed. It shows you collections and yeah, the types of things that are unlocked, and you've also got well, unlocks as well, and you've got, yeah, just different achievements essentially. And how we're doing in here, each residential, and oh, that's all fine. We've already passed this this week anyway, so I'm not going to concern myself over it too much. It's going to be 40,000 though for the next property type, so that's going to be, yeah, not great. At the start of the round, add 1,250 to your income. Okay. Pomegranate Grove, that's pretty good, but it's going to be 40 grand in order for me to get that. I'm going to have a cheeky reroll. No, there wasn't anything great there. That was costing me a little bit of money there. So it's a new week, and we've already got 15, week 4 of 10. So that's how it is. I'm going to go for, see what's in here. Nothing there. The buttons up here, I believe, are to do with the speed in which this gathers stuff. I believe it, yeah. I think that is. So that's fine. And anything in here? Ooh. +1 multiplier to all farmlands at the end of the round. That has just... that has just basically turned this into an absolute powerhouse of a build now. And... yeah, +1 multiplier. So is that going to do all of these every single time? Ooh, okay, that's pretty good. That's grounded gains. A random property received a permanent increase of 5 times its rent, but can no longer be sold. Didn't really plan on selling anyway, but let me collect rent. And I can see we already, again, we are past the goal, so that's all right. Some of these plugins are obviously much better than the others, so it's about getting the good combinations of them. We're on a Friday now, and anything in here. Each time rent is collected, there's a 5% chance to multiply the rent by ×2. Pick that up as well. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna progress on every time we do it. Like I say, 5% chance to get ×2, but the thing is, these are not really. There's some properties like the shop, it just says collects it once. But there's apartments where they've got a big bonus, so I reckon that landlord's luck with lots of plazas, lots of apartments, you're going to earn a lot of money there. Yeah, so that's fine. If the number of your properties are even, receive 500 per property. We are even, and how much is that? Well, it's only 250, I might as well pick it up. But I've now maxed out my plugins, so you can sell them, that's fine. But we'll have to do that, I guess. Let's just collect for this one. It feels like I'm maybe starting to lag behind, although saying that, this is Monday and we've already passed 30,000 and we've got up to 50,000 and that was just Monday. Okay, so we're going to complete it by the end of today. At the start of each round, increase the rent of all houses by 250 for every house owned. That's the thing I was on about. So you have multiple houses and it was just, it got away from me. Let's go ahead and go with buy a slot, and I'll pick up there's either Rice Fields or Basil Grove. Go with Basil Grove. Now the problem is that that's going to deactivate the even lot, but I'm not really too concerned on that one. Yeah, let's just end that there. So I'm going to get more than enough money to buy another property slot, and obviously every time we're collecting from the farmers, we get an additional 600. So and then these bonuses are only going up. It's like compounding itself, which is excellent. There you go. We've already completed by Wednesday. There is something else to buy. It's Basil Grove. It's really cheap though. I'll pick it up. I can always sell it later on. That's fine. Property magnet. Spawns a Bible property on the map based on your most owned building. Well, we've only got one building. We're making all of the well, what have we got? Leek Field, Basil Grove, Chamomile Grove, Tomato Patch, Potato Patch, Apple Farm, Cucumber Fields, Orange Grove, Potato Farm, Basil Grove, and then it's going to go down any second. I'm going to have to speed this up, but you can't do it after the fact, which is a bit of a shame. So this is going to double, so we know we're okay for the next one. You can see the rewards there, which is good. I could pay early. You can pay your taxes early to get more rewards. Okay. That's all okay there. So there is more avocado orchard and asparagus grove, but I'd need 160,000 to get that. Okay. So max speeding this out and go on through. Nearly 300,000 we've got there. See if there's anything in here. At the start of each round, the rents of your shops are randomly varied between -5% and +20%. I've not actually used that one before. The problem now is that we've got some buildings, like you get factories and stuff like that, are really good, but we're sort of doubling down on just sitting and going for fields. There's a spinach grove over there. Let me get that. And what else have we got? Nothing there. Another cheeky reroll. Before each rent collection, a random property is chosen to yield 2 times its rent for that round. Okay, get rid of even lot, and then I'm going to pick that up. There we go. Then we're going to collect. So we're going to get double amount from the apple farm. So that's good. So on Monday we earned 114,000. Yeah, that's good. I need 320,000 generic units of currency to get the cucumber field or get something for something else. We have already passed our target revenue, which is excellent. And we're just going to go for collection again. And hopefully will be the same for next month. At the start of every round, half of your properties will yield 2 times rent, while others your other half don't generate only half the usual rent. That's a bit too swingy for my liking. I'm not gonna. Yeah, it's a bit too random, that one. Let's ignore that for now. I'm hoping we get a couple of really good rolls on this one. Not so much. Can we pick up another? Oh, hazelnut orchard. Yes, please. So we'll go for that. And yeah, you can see all of this. This here, the scarecrow, has absolutely made this blow up. So I'm hoping this will be a good run, but just keep an eye on this. 400. How much is it going to cost? 640,000 to get the next level. Speaking of the next level, we need to get 320,000. We're on week 7 of 10. And anything in here? I'll have a reroll. No, that's fine. I can buy another slot, but I won't be able to then buy a property, I don't think. There's Tarragon Fields there, but they'll cycle through. So we've already surpassed our goal for this this week. So there you go. Look, so Jupiter Systems. So that's a 17,000 collection. It only collects at once though. There's a cranberry field. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Let me get a cranberry field, and we'll collect the rents. And let's see about going up. There we go. We're on Thursday now, and have a reroll of that one. If you own at least 5 restaurants, or increase restaurants' rents by 25% for that round. Pretty good. So I've got, is it probably 1.28 million? Yeah, 1.28 million to get the next upgrade, or the next slot unlocked. Which, to be fair, the way we're going, we might actually get past that. So, what are we on? Week 8 of 10. Okay, that's fine. Let's reset that. Yeah, we're gonna need to unlock some more of those as we play on. There is 282,000 collected in that one day. There's that boom and bust. Don't know if I need that. Don't know if it will benefit us, but anyway. I think one of the most expensive plugins I saw was probably in the 250 mark. Yeah. Okay. There's Paprika Farm, and there's a pea farm. I'm going to pick up the pea farm. So we're farming. We've already passed our goal of 640k, and looks to be on for passing the next one. All right. 2.5 million, I think, for the next slot. So I think, yeah, the game is definitely creeping up on us now. Don't any of those. 867,000. Let's go for more collections. I don't know how much that them profits have been we're making. So we made enough last time to pass this one, so that's good. If you own at least one of every residential property, increase the multiplier of all residential properties by 2. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Let's go with collection. I'm not 100% that the landlord's favourite is great. Okay. Cheeky reroll of that. What are we up to? This is only Tuesday, and we're gonna collect on now today, Wednesday. That's already surpassed what we need. So I'm hoping that everything's gonna be good. And the property receive a permanent increase of 5 times. Yeah. Is the one... I mean, that's pretty good. +1 multiplier to all currently owned properties. It's the Scarecrow that's getting us where we need to go. I mean, the compound one is good. Before each rent collection, a random property is chosen to yield 2 times its rent for that round. Yeah, so they're not really high value. So I know that's in purple to indicate its, you know, rarity or its value potentially. But yeah, I don't know if it's good for this build. Feels like that could be a bit broken in some instances, that one. So we've passed on to week 10 of 10. I've got 4 million. I can get another property. Let's go with... that cabbage patch is not great, but it's better than nothing. Yeah, that'll do. Collect. So I am hopeful that we're going to get a bit of a win off this one. Oh, right, we got 3.56 million on one day. So we've already passed what we need. Right, that's handy. For every 3 farmlands you own, all castles gain +1 multiplier. That could be good. Royal Estate. There is a castle available, but I'd need to free up a slot. I'd rather just you know, take the win. Let's see about this one. Nothing there. We've got a couple of shops, commercial shops there. We've got Jetstream Motors, so it's a factory worth nearly $500,000. We have 9 million, so that's all good. Let me collect rent again. We are going to probably pass 10 million. Yes, we have. That's good. Free farmlands, castles getting the multiplier again. That's pretty handy. We do have squash farm. 5 million to get another slot. We'll pick up a squash farm and collect that one. I think we did get lucky with the landlord's favourite on one of them there. And this will be the last one, I think. I'm going to buy that lot, and then I'm going to pick that up, and then collect. And there we go. We win. Total money, 27.1 million. Best round, 4.43 million. Favoured property type, yeah, vacant. Yeah, all right. Anyway, that's been a bit of a whistle-stop look at Rentlord. Yeah, it's got its you know, it's got its quirks and such. That was the first time I got a win off that one, and that actually felt really easy. But I think that was more luck than judgment, which I think a lot of these RNG games can have. Like I say, there's a couple of runs that I did where it just felt like I just wouldn't be able to, I just couldn't progress, and I failed on the first week. This one, well, it worked out quite well, didn't it? Either way, hope you have enjoyed this little look at the game. If you want to see more Barmans, let me know. Tips, comments, suggestions, put them in the comments there. And as always, hope you have enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching, take care, and generic partings.